All right, bows and bow ties. It's been a minute since I've been live at home. My curls are not curling like they normally would be. It's not popping and locking. I put a little bit of lip gloss on so I didn't look too crazy. But anyway, what's up? I want to welcome. Sorry. I want to welcome anyone who's new to my channel. I am the Black Opinionated woman, also known as the Bow. So, I contacted the StreamYard about my uploading the thumbnail issues, and apparently there's something going on. I think I need to like delete Chrome from off my MacBook and reinstall it. I just haven't gotten around to doing it, so I still have to do it the really janky way, which is once I get off of this live, I'm going to upload the real thumbnail through my phone, which looks like this. This is what you would have selected. Okay, so let's just put this off to the side. So you guys heard me talk about there's not enough mentorship out here in these streets for middle-aged women or middle-aged people, but I'm speaking specifically for middle-aged women. Black women, if I want to add a level of specificity. And I keep mentioning over and over and over, I've taken a break, that we need to actually put some other content out here. Okay. So we've got our young women who don't see enough of us, like the aunties out here in these streets. And so they're making up a blueprint because we haven't given them much of one. We haven't shown them what love and forgiveness and friendship and accountability, all those things look like, right? So what they do is they go searching for it, creating this new blueprint. Right now, we've got our entertainers and talent, our young talent out here thinking the only way they have value is in exploiting their sexuality. And I'm not saying you can't be sexy. We've got people engaging in crazy language. We've got people putting their hands on each other. We've got so much going on. But so anyway, I just happened to catch this clip from Fox Soul. I don't always necessarily agree with these ladies. I don't watch them all the time because I feel like I'll just say this. I think sometimes they have a blind spot when they're talking. So but I did catch this today. So I wanted to play a little bit. Let me see. Hold on. Get to my I gotta get to this video here. I wanted to um sorry, I'm going to be a little bit tacky too. So, yeah. Okay. All right. So, you guys see that? I'm going to, let me see, how do I make this bigger? No, that's not what I want to do. Like this? No, that's not what I want to do. This one. Okay. I'm going to play this. Can I play it from here? No. Okay. I'm going to play this first part for a second. And I'm curious to see what you think of this.
You know, she has changed me.
Well, they want to get right to it when it comes to me and you, girlfriends.
Oh, yes, honey, yes.
Let's go and get the children what they was waiting on.
Yes, Miss Fox. Yeah.
Wait, let me fast forward to this point right here. This is where I really wanted to start.
Crustaceans in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start from this point.
Kenya, I'm going to tell you one of the main reasons why I was like, I am ready to move past this is because I saw you become a mother. And I saw the smile and a little bit of something different in you. And I was like, you know what? It is so time for us to move on. Yeah. And we just literally walked to each other in the middle of the restaurant and talked.
Okay, so I'm going to stop right there because I don't, my situation is acting situational. So I just wanted to point out for those of you who are watching this later on, I really like that moment right there. Put everything aside, regardless of what you think about these ladies, about their views or non-views or whatever it is, their past behavior, past actions, whatever it is. This moment right here, I should have just done this inside. I'm sorry. I'm like itching out here. I've got way, way, way over there some loud car coming. Anyway, or truck. So look, listen. The reason why I like that was because I like seeing Vivica soften, just like with Kenya, right? Just in that moment, it was kind of like enough. And there was a little bit of grace. And she saw changes and she's like, you know what? Wait a second. Why? Now this is like some grown woman stuff right here because they were nasty for a while. I was like, oh, I mean, they were like for me, I consider myself an auntie now, even though I think I'm still fabulous. But still, like they've got got some years on me. They'd be like that big sister if we were related, right? I liked seeing this, and we need to see more of this. Okay. Now, let me just say for the record, let me go back. Oh, I don't want to get out of this and then come back in. But in my that thumbnail I put up, can you just like appreciate the gorgeousness? Let me just go and bring that back up. Hold on. I'm going to bring it back up. Let me bring this back up for a second. I want to go back to the thumbnail. Okay. You see this? Probably wasn't the best snap. But look how beautiful these women are. These are middle-aged women. These women are in their 40s and 50s, and they are slaying. Yes, they are on camera, so of course they've got their makeup on and eyelashes and all the stuff like that. But these women, they are representing. These are some beautiful women. Kenya is flat out gorgeous. I'm like, girl, you have some amazing genes. Flat out gorgeous. Look at all of them. All of them. Sorry. Sorry. I don't know, I'm out here with the nature and the wilderness. Anyway, I just really, really love how they are representing as they age. Okay. Even though I think sometimes, Vivica might be hitting the bills a little too much, but she's still a beautiful woman. Okay. Let me go back to this other situation here because, the situation is situational. All right. So, anyway, I just wanted to comment on just that little point right there, that grace she was showing. She was just kind of like, you know what? Okay. I saw something in you. And I was like, oh my goodness. Now, this next part here, we're going to talk about accountability. And I want you to listen to this. Let me go back to the situation. All right. I'm going to fast forward a little bit here. Where was it? At the 340? Okay. Right around here. Check this out.
It just turned, and I think I'm going to take responsibility for what I've done. Coming when I look back at it, because you really have a lot of time to be reflective and to think about it. But when I look back at it, I was like, I'm coming from, a reality show, and you're not. And every move that was happening, it was like I can see how the producers were manipulating the situation. And what I thought was like trying to warn you about stuff, it just kept turning and turning. And it just felt like we just got off to like a bad, you know.
Anyway, so now, regardless of all the different reasons why, okay, the point is she said, hey, I'm just going to take responsibility for my part in this thing. And I just think it's important for our young women. When I say young women, I mean the 30s and 20s and teens and, well, any woman really. It's important to say, you know what, I'm just gonna own my ding dongery in this whole situation. Okay, so I just really appreciate this moment right here. We don't get enough of this. We get, the media, I think they just like to portray women who look like me or these ladies here on this panel a certain way. And granted, we give them the fodder so that they can edit how they want to. So we give them the material. So we don't necessarily help ourselves. But I just appreciate, Vivica saying, like, hey, I saw something in you, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, this is a mom, all these other things. And for Kenya to say, you know what, I just take responsibility for, whatever. I loved it. Now, this is what I just did a video. Was it last week? A few days ago on telling all the secrets and this, that, and the other. This isn't exactly going to match that situation, but I want you to listen to this next part here because Claudia is going to chime in about just the friendship portion for a second. Now, let me get my act together. Let me get to right about here. Okay, now listen to this.
But Claudia was there for the beginning of this whole celebrity apprentice thing, and then now here she is bringing us back together, in clarity. Here on that. Cocktails with Queens, and I'm grateful for that. I really am.
I used to visit Vivica when she was doing the show, and we would meet up. I brought her for brunch every Sunday, talk about the show. And then when things started to go, I'm like, and you guys are both so strong and both
Yeah.
so, I would just say strong in
Yes.
your beliefs and your convictions. And it was like, I hated it because girl code is I can't tell Kenya everything Vivica's saying. I can't tell Vivica everything Kenya's saying, but I want to get y'all back in the same place. And I can see it. I'm glad that we're finally here, no matter how long it took to get here. Because we were talking earlier about the world and how crazy things are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay, so I'll just stop it there. But it wasn't exactly the exact same thing I was talking about, not telling secrets and everything. But what I like here was, here she took this opportunity to say, you know what? Let me bring myself in closer for a second. Uh, I'll leave it like this. Listen, she didn't stir the mess. You know what she did? She tried to broker for them to get back together. She could have easily been extra and chiming in and being messy, but she didn't. You know, behind the scenes, forget what you see on television for what they have to produce for these reality shows. In this moment, she's like, I could have been saying this and the other, but all she tried to do, at least based off of what she's saying. Now, look, regardless of what you think about Claudia, because, she's said some really, she has had some problematic moments. I don't care about any of those things right now. I'm just talking about right here in this moment. She's saying she could have done these things and she didn't. All she tried to do was get these women together. I just wish she wouldn't call them strong. I mean, I know we're trying to move away from being like the word strong, right? Because I think when they apply that word strong towards black women, it gives this whole notion of like we don't feel, like we don't cry, we don't lament, we don't, hurt, we don't whatever. But I understood what she was trying to say. So anyway, I really like this because she could have been messy and kept the mess going, and but she's just kind of like, really? Are we about this life? Look how I gotta go back to this. Look how gorgeous these women are. I'm like, now this is how you age. This is how you age. They're so beautiful. All right, so we're gonna go on to the next thing. I like how now this is where you're gonna see there's gonna be some complimenting and some support, that type of thing. Okay, so let me go ahead to the next part. Where was it? We're not gonna do the whole video, right? So here we go.
Or I've said it to Claudia. I was like, I have always respected you. I have always respected your illustrious career. You are you are talented. I almost said it.
Right.
You are talented. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. You are a girl's girl. And you don't take any mess on top of all that. We are a lot alike. And we're sensitive, but we have this exterior that we're really tough. Yeah. But you are sensitive. When I heard that, I was like, oh my God, my heart dropped, because it was like, out of all of that, to do a stupid show and for us to like really just get to that dark place, it hurt me so much to hear that I hurt you in that process. And that's when I reached out to Claudia. I was like, Claudia, I don't want it to be a public thing. I want to talk to her because I want to apologize, because
So, I mean, I could have gone on and on, but okay. So I'm just like, I love hearing stuff like this. We don't necessarily get too many opportunities to see reconciliation, forgiveness, grace, humility, laughter, like when you can laugh at each other, like, how did we get here? Like, how silly is this? And recognize that, you both were erring, you erred on the wrong side of common sense, right? I mean, but it shows that, like, even at our age, you know what? Sometimes we can be passionate and we can have feelings and we can make mistakes. The difference is, at some point, we've got to hold ourselves accountable and we have to own up to it, you know. We've got to forgive ourselves, but forgive others and move on. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be besties, but I like how, in this moment she can just be honest and humble and say, I do think you're beautiful and you're talented and you're amazing in every way and can do no wrong, right? I love that, and I feel like we need more of this kind of content and we just don't get enough of it. Anyway, those are just my opinions. um So anyway, let me see. Let me go to the next part in this because I'm almost done. I'm not going to do the whole situation, but I just wanted to take a couple of points here for people to just take note. All right, here we go.
There are two beautiful ladies I've had major public beefs with that y'all need to see right here. And Lisa Ray. Lisa Ray's like my baby sister, who child we went through it as well too. That people are like, oh my God, they're cool again. I'm so happy. So now y'all can see Vivica's cool again with Kenya. All right. Things can happen. We grow up. We move on.
So, okay, so she's saying you grow up and you move on. This is like some grown woman stuff right here. And let me tell you something. When you have two alpha females who have been successful in their own right, who are flat out beautiful, who've also they've been through the ringer with men and they've been through Hollywood. I mean, like they've had public hurt from some of these men, like Vivica with 50 Cent. That was I'm sure it was embarrassing. Kenya with Mark, the husband. I'm not sure if they're still married or not. But yeah, just to sit there and to see two women who are, y'all like my shirt? Isn't this shirt cute? Oh, sorry. Like showing boobage there. Anyway, I was just kind of like, I love it. It matches my cute little like capri kind of like pants things, but anyway. So I just feel like this was just, I don't know why it struck me today, but for whatever reasons, it showed up in my timeline today because once in a blue moon I'll see something on Fox Soul, but like it showed up in my timeline today, and I don't know. And I was just like, I just loved it. I loved it. And it could have been because I had watched the recent episode of the Atlanta Housewives, and I was watching what was going on with Marlo and Kenya. And whether you like Kenya or not, I mean, I know sometimes she could be a little on the patty side, but like I was watching Marlo just self destruct, and clearly she was hurting. She's a damaged person. Well, we're all damaged in some sort of way, right? And I'm not saying Kenya is a saint, but I was watching, like, I'm like, this is like Kenya, like, elicits a visceral response for her. And every time it's like she just can't get out of her own way. Marlo couldn't get out of her own way. I see Marlo, I'm like, she's beautiful. And she can be funny, but she is so angry and so hurt right now and so damaged. I'm like, I need you to go get whatever it is you need to get on a path to some sort of healing too. So after watching these two women go at it, and I was just like, okay. And then on the flip side, I see something like this. I don't know why it resonated with me today. I'm like, yes, this is exactly what needs to be out here um, in the media and in these streets. People that you think are just so like, you know what I mean? Like people can overcome anything. I'm not saying every situation is going to work out nicely like this, but it sure is encouraging to see this kind of behavior. I'm going to just do one more and then I'll just summarize the situation. Okay, let me see. Um, was it here? Right about there. Okay.
You have something?
No, I'm just enjoying every single minute of this because we don't get to have this.
No.
And I love it because these are intelligent, successful, beautiful Black women showing the younger women that we see fighting and pulling each other's hair out and acting a fool on social media. This is how you get it done. This is how it gets done. Like people can disagree, it's fine. You don't have to be all crazy and acting all crazy. And I just love this because it shows that, okay, people can disagree and then like move on. It's like not that serious.
Can I just say how pretty these women are again? I am out here like, am I like fangirling right now? I'm like, these women are gorgeous. They're all the way gorgeous. I don't look, I'm not gonna make fun of my hairstyle. I was trying. I needed to wash it. I had too much product build up in here. The curls aren't popping and locking like they should. But anyway, getting back to them, I'm feeling self-conscious today. But anyway, so like, yeah, they are everything. But I just loved listening to her say that we can show the younger women that we don't have to like act a fool out here in these streets. Like I don't know why. I just love this. I love this. I was like, yes, fuck soul. So getting back to I'm gonna show this one more time just because well I can, it's my channel, right? Let me get back to this for a second. So, when I see this, I'll make it big for a second. You see my face on here? That's how I felt when I was listening to this morning. That was literally how I felt like, what? I love hearing that. And I normally don't even care about celebrity. I don't care. Like, oh, you guys need to get a life. But I was just really happy to see that. I don't know why. I'm not that vested in their lives, but I liked this reconciliation and because this is the thing, or at least like if you're not going to reconcile, you don't have to tear each other down. You don't have to be nasty to each other. You know, you don't have to you don't have to engage in such vitriolic behavior. So for me to see this, I was like, this is the kind of content that needs to make it out here. I mean, I'm not saying this should be just that, but something different, something to counteract like people hopping over tables with a bottle of wine trying to bop you over the head. I think that was like Basketball Wives or something back when I used to watch that before I was like, I can't take it anymore. But like, just to see these grown women sit up here, have a conversation. They laugh, they were cracking jokes. I mean, obviously I didn't play it all the way through. Um, I just loved seeing this. And normally I wouldn't even care, but for some reason today I was like, you know what? This was like everything. I loved it. I loved it. Well done, ladies. So anyway, back to me. All right. So oh, I should have put my banner up here. These are just my opinions and everything's alleged. But look, you guys can go check it out. Normally, I don't do all of this promoting other channels. I'm not promoting it, but I don't even promote my own. Oh my gosh. I don't even promote my own like I should. Um, so I need to work on that. But nevertheless, go watch it. There's I think it was like a 17-minute clip or something like that. I mean, you probably could watch the whole thing. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just watched a little clip. I didn't see the whole episode. But I enjoyed listening to that 17-minute clip. I just like I said, we need to just put other content out there. We've got young women out there. They have no blueprint, they don't have a whole lot that they can look up to. And they're out here in social media, on social media platforms. Okay. That's not to say that all of our young people are, silly, but there's a whole lot of them that are. And we've got people viewing our entertainers and our artists and everything in a certain kind of way because they don't know how to be. So they think success looks like some crazy, like they don't even know how to just show up and just kill them with just being amazing. Everything resorts to the sexual, and to me, I'm like, I don't know if it's low self esteem. I don't know if it's lack of guidance. It could be a little bit of both and some other things. I just, everyone's moving away from God. I mean, or any form of spirituality. So it's a very me centered culture. We don't care about anybody else, even though I did say back to me. But yeah, I mean, so to sit here and just to see something different, the antithesis of what is being put out there en masse, I was just a big fan. I was all the way here for it. All right, so now, so I can be hypocritical and get off of this app, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You know, you like me because I'm amazing. I am amazing. Okay. All seriousness, all jokes aside, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and like this video. Because see, when you like this video, then that lets other people out there, have an opportunity to have this pop up in their feed. But not only that, I might get recommended something new because, have limited time. So when I'm watching things, it's usually on, I don't want to say educational, but kind of is. But anyway, so yeah, go ahead and like it. Actually, leave a comment. I'm curious to see what you think because I'm sure some people are going to be like, I don't believe this one. I'm like, it's not for me to get into that. I'm just saying the kind of content that was put out there today. I really enjoyed that clip. Let me know what you think. And then go ahead and send this to some people and go watch all of my videos just straight through. Just binge watch the videos. All right. Let me see. I guess I gotta find my thing. I gotta get out of here. Go eat some dinner. Black Opinionated Woman out.